Hi, my name is O'Dane Wilby, and I am a worship director at this church, Bronx Bethany Church of the Nazarene. And yeah, this is my testimony.
Hello, everybody. My name is Glenn Reynolds, and this is my story. You know, I'm from Jamaica, and there's a saying in that island that trouble doesn't set like rain. It really means that when trouble comes your way or challenges come your way, there's no sort of indication beforehand necessarily that trouble is on its way. So that's what happened in my story.
So beginning of March, I started a new job. You know, it's really a blessing because coming out of this season of pandemic, where things were just difficult. We were really trying to figure out what we were going to do, how we were going to navigate financially, and we're expecting a new baby. And so, it's just, God is so good. He made a way out of no way, literally, and just opened a door for me to be working in the schools, specifically working at Truman High School, one of the campuses there, to help students develop the skills that they need for being entrepreneurs and opening their own businesses and starting their own businesses, and just being utilizing the creative ideas and things like that in order to just do things that are more productive than being on the street and just doing nonsense. And so this is a really big deal for me.
I was at work one day, going about my usual activities, and on this particular day, I just didn't feel well. I felt kind of nauseous and felt like cold sweat was coming over me and all of that stuff. So I had to excuse myself, go back to my room, close the door, put my head down on my desk, which is unusual. That has never happened to me in my working life. So I thought it was kind of unusual. But after a few minutes, I felt better, and I went about my usual daily activities and didn't pay it much mind after that. So about a week or two later, I went to the district assembly in New Jersey. At the end, on Saturday, on our way home, we went to have lunch. And I was fine all of this time. Then after lunch, on the way home, I just started feeling nauseous, feeling really bad, and I had to fight hard not to throw up, So I got home, I went to bed, woke up a few hours later, felt better, went to church the next day. I think the next day was Mother's Day. Went to church, everything was fine. Then I went to my mother-in-law's, it was Mother's Day, so all her children were there, so I was there, and we were having like a Mother's Day get-together. And during that time, I just started feeling sick again. So much so I didn't take part in any of the festivities. I went upstairs, found a bed, and just jumped in the bed. And then when Joy was ready, I just went home. And so at that point, I figured, this is serious. So the next day, I went to the emergency room. They sent me for a scan, and then they came back to me and said, we saw something on the scan, looks kind of suspicious, So they kept me in the hospital for a couple of days. And they sent me through some more tests, some more diagnostic things, and, other invasive procedures. And then they discharged me. And then I was supposed to go back to see the doctor a few days after that, which I did, at which point they gave me the official diagnosis. The doctor said, the scan revealed, and all the other tests that they did revealed that there's a cancer in my right colon, the transverse colon, and it's going to require surgery.
So to celebrating that, and in the midst of celebrating, we got in order to do that program, we got a grant from the city. I and my partners and I, we got a grant from the city, and that grant was still in processing, right? So it's been in processing. They told us 7 to 10 days. 7 to 10 days turned into 7 to 30 days. So we are, a little bit, it's a little sticky situation right now. And this is where God met me.
And, I used to wonder what that feels like when you get a diagnosis like that. So when the doctor told me, I don't know, I just felt calm. I just felt a peace that I can't really explain to you. So the doctor explained what's going on and what they're going to have to do, surgery and so on and so forth. And so I left the doctor, I went downstairs, Riley brought around my car. When I got in the car, Travis Green is playing on the radio. He'll make a way. So, when I heard that, it just sort of confirms my feeling coming down that God has this, And this is where God met me, God met me right there.